Alright, what's up you guys? Back with another video, and this is something I said something something fiesta to make for the days that are cold and you want something quick and you want something flavorful. So this is what I am doing, which is my chicken fajitas. You can have them either in a tortilla shell or on rice, which is what I'm going to do later on this video. So let's get right into it. Right here I'm preparing the marinade for my chicken. Now this marinade I am actually going to make for my chicken as well as for my vegetables. So right here we're starting off with some vegetable oil, some worcestershire sauce, crushed red pepper flakes, some cumin, some oregano, and and minced garlic actually. And I have the exact measurements popping up throughout the screen, but I'm also going to have them listed down below so you can make sure that you know how much to use for the chicken marinade. So this is all you need for your chicken marinade, and then I'm going to whisk it, whisk it, whisk it. Now throughout my video, like a lot of my videos, you see me taste my own product. Why? Because that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to taste it as you're cooking to make sure that, you know, it's to the flavor of your liking. If you need to add more salt and pepper to it, do that. You need to add a little bit more something else, go ahead and do that. So I went and I tasted it, and of course I forgot I needed to add some sugar to it. The sugar is going to balance out that acidity. It's going to just make sure everything is a little bit more subtle and not too, you know, bright and out there. So I threw in some sugar, I whisked that, and then I went in and I added some salt and pepper. I make my own little salt and pepper mixture and put it in my little jar and set it aside. It's really easy. It's easy access to get to when I'm trying to cook. Instead of having to shake some salt and then shake some pepper, I can just take it and sprinkle it on top. And then I'm just going to whisk, 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 and that will be about it. And then after I whisk that, I'm going to add in my chicken. Now, the chicken that I'm adding in actually is some chicken, boneless, skinless chicken tenders. And you see I'm still tasting this, so I'm going back in. I'm sprinkling some more salt and pepper. Like I said, the salt and pepper is going to be how much you like flavor. So it all depends on what you think, you know, when you taste it. If you feel like it needs to add if you feel like you need to add more salt and pepper, go ahead and do that. And then after I did that, I'm going to add the chicken in there and I'm going to mix that around. I used about 6 chicken tenders, but overall with this marinade, it can stretch up to 10 chicken tenders or even like 6 chicken breasts. And then I'm going to let that sit aside and let all of the flavors get marinated together, you know what I mean? So next we're going to move on to the vegetable mixture. The same marinade I'm using for, the same marinade I use for my chicken, I'm going to use for my vegetables. The only difference is just difference in measurements, which I will have that listed down below. So, and you see it's popping up on the screen as well. So we're going to add that vegetable oil, that Worcestershire sauce, red pepper flakes, cumin, oregano, and I didn't add any sugar or any garlic to this actually. So that was the difference. The two ingredients that I added to my chicken, which was the minced garlic and the sugar, I did not add to my vegetables. So I will say that. And then after I mix that, I'm going to start by slicing up my peppers. I use some red, green, and yellow peppers, which gives it its festivity. And I love the colors. The colors are just so bright, and this gets me in a happy mood. So I cut actually around my pepper. That's easier for me to take out the core. So what I do is I cut a slit right through the middle, as you see, and I'm just going to go around the pepper. And as I'm going around, I'm taking the other side with my hand and I'm twisting that pepper, and voila, you took out the core without any problem, right? So after I did that, I'm just going to quickly show you that I did not use all of the peppers. I used about more than half of each pepper, but I didn't use the full pepper because it was basically me cooking that night. My boyfriend was back at work, so it was just me cooking. And I can save the peppers for another dish another time. So I'm just going to thinly slice them and set them aside. Now, one thing that I did not add to this video is I actually added some red onions. So I used a half of a red onion and I thinly sliced that as well. And the red onion just gives everything just a pop of extra color. I just love all those colors going through. So after I let my chicken sit while I was doing my vegetables, once I was done with the vegetables, then I'm going to go back to my chicken right before I'm getting ready to grill it. And I took a half of a lime and squeezed the lime juice right into the chicken. I like to do this at the very end because it just gives a burst of just sunshine to my chicken marinade, and it just, for me, it makes the chicken come alive. So that's the reason why I do this at the very end, right before I'm getting ready to grill it. And then I'm going to take my cast iron grill skillet, and I like to get my cast iron grill skillet really hot, because I like to see those really good grill marks, like I'm grilling outside, but I'm not. So I got my pan really hot. Now, I did cook my chicken on both sides for 4 minutes. If your chicken for some reason is not cooked all the way through, then all you have to do is leave them in the pan after they're done, pop them in the oven at 350 for another like maybe 3-4 minutes, and they should be good to go. And then I'm going to lightly season them with salt and pepper once more, just on the one side though. And then while those are over there grilling, we're going to move on to my vegetables on the other side of the eye of my stove and my cast iron skillet. Yeah, skillet. You like to see, I like cast iron skillets. So I just took all the vegetables and all that marinade and put them right into that pan. I'm going to let them saute. Now, I like my vegetables a little bit more crunchy. I don't like them to be too soft. So I cook them for a good 5 to 7 minutes, and to me, they're perfect after that. So it all depends on if you like your vegetables soft or hard. That depends on how long you're going to cook them. If you like them a little bit more soft, then I would say cook them for like 7-9 minutes. If you like them a little bit more hard, then 5 to 6 minutes will do just fine. And then there you see that nice crispy grill marks. And voila, you guys, you have your fajitas already done, good to go. I got some toppings on the side, which I have my salsa, I have some lime, and I have some Oaxaca cheese. I hate pronouncing that name. It's a Hispanic name, but I'll list that down below. And that cheese, you guys, is phenomenal. It's like a Mexican Parmesan cheese. I love adding it to my fajitas. So I'm making me a little bowl here. I threw some rice, I threw the peppers on top, added that chicken. Then I'm gonna squirt my lime on top just to give it another burst of sunshine, and then add my Oaxaca, I think, or Oaxaca cheese, and sprinkle that right on top. And I have a fajita chicken bowl. You can also throw it in tortilla shells if you have it, which I did, but I just decided to make it a bowl myself. And voila, there you go. Thank you all so much for watching. Love you guys. Love and good eats. Peace.